Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and in this video I will be talking about the problem called website of June Easy 2021 of HackerEarth. Okay, so let's discuss this problem. Before beginning this discussing this problem, I just want to say that if you are unaware of the graph theories or like disjoint data structures, then this problem is quite difficult for you to solve this because this problem can be easily solved with the help of concept of data structures of disjoint set union. So you must be aware of that before proceeding further. That's why I've just recommended, if you are not aware about that, go to the internet and search about disjoint set union, or you can follow this website I have just opening over here. You can say disjoint set union CP algorithms, and you can read about around 20-30 minutes. You can be aware about what is happening over here, and you can easily solve this problem. Okay, so on a website there are M users and they want to change their names, and obviously there will be M lines consisting of two strings A and B, where the username A wants to change his username to B, but the website does not support multiple users with the same username. That is, the particular user can change to another username, that is, he or she wants to change his or her username to another name only and only when that is the new name, or you can say the new string B is not among all the strings of A. Okay, no two users can have the same username at the same time also. A user can change his username from his current name to any other name X if there is no user named X. You need to take care for that also. Okay, so we will together understand this entire concept with the help of examples also. So if you're not getting right now, no need to worry about. I'm going to explain in detail also. So there are some notes also. If a user X wants to change his username to A to B, while user Y wants to change his username from B to A, neither of the users can directly change. If A changes to his name to B, you can easily see there already exists another username exactly equal to B, so we cannot change my username A to another username B because B is already present. And also, if X wants to change his username from A to A, the user does not need to do anything because the number is like the username is already same, that is the new username and my current username. Now it is guaranteed that no two users have the same username initially. That is the current state, that all the usernames are going to be distinct. Okay, and it can be proved that the changes can always be done. We are going to discuss this with the help of one example also. Let us first now focus on the constraints. M is going to be like 10 power 5 because there would be 10 power 5 pair of strings, and test cases would be like 2 into 10 power 4, and we need to find an efficient solution to find the answer. And what could be that efficient solution? Let us try to understand this with the help of examples. So let me first erase this entire thing. For this was for the previous video. Okay, okay, so let me do this. uh, okay, so I'm going to just explain this with the help of example. Let's take an example. Okay, so I'm just talking saying that we have, let's say, three pairs of strings. Okay, so for three pairs of string, let's say we have a string A. A wants my username to be converted to B, and B wants my username to be converted back to A. And let's say we have another C to D, and let's say we have another D to E. Okay, let's say I'm talking about this. Let's say these are the four pairs of string. So I'm talking about four strings. So let me erase this number 3 and let me write down this number as 4. And we want to convert this ABCD, that is, there are four persons. You can also understand that four persons. The first person have the username A, and the second person have the username B, and C and D. And A wants, that is, the first person wants that my new username should be B, and my second person wants my new username to be A, and so on. Okay, so you can easily see if we try to convert A to B, that is, I will say my first person, that go and change your username from A to B, but there exists another username already over that. We cannot change A to B. So how we can do that? Okay, so let's ask person 2 to change his or her username. So I will ask person to change from B to A, but A is already present over here. Can we change that? No, we cannot change that. So how we are going to do that? You can easily see it is forming a cycle. If we form this as first node and this as second node, I'm talking in terms of graph theory. Okay, so I will consider this A as the one of the node and B as another node. So there is a cycle, there is an edge from A to B, directed edge, and there is also an edge from B to A. Note that. So there is a cycle in present in this graph. Okay, and okay, I'm not going to deal into deep of this concept. For now, let us talk about this one. That is from C, I want to go over to this D, and from D, I want to go over to this E. You can easily see I can do this transformation. And what is this transformation? You can easily see that I will ask my fourth person to convert his username from D to E. So D will be changed to E. So the username D becomes empty. So it can be occupied by any other another username. So I will ask C, that is the third person, to change his username to D. So this entire step is done easily. And what is the cost of doing such operation? Cost of doing such operation is 2. And what is the sequence of operation for these two pairs? I will ask fourth person to change his username to E. Now username D becomes empty. I will ask the username C to change his or her username to D. So my operation is 2. And you can easily see the cost of changing any username is exactly 1 according to the statement that is written over here. I think yes, where something is written over here, that is, yes, it is written. Okay, so cost of changing one username to another username is exactly 1, and this from D to E is exactly 1 also. Now the comes the concept of how we can understand this term, like in when we try to convert the graphs, or you can convert the username from one username to another. There forms a cycle in this graph, like if you try to convert A to B, and there is another directed edge coming from B to A. So here is the clean and clear concept to find the solution over this question, that whenever you find a graph in this orientation, you should increment your answer by 1. How, why this is going to be done? Let us try to understand this with a more precise example. Like we have one node A, and we have another node B, and we have another node C. Okay, so let's say there are some usernames such that let's say username A wants to change his or her username to B, and username B wants to change to his or her username to C, and username C wants to change his or her username back to A. You can easily see I cannot just transform any username to any another username present in this cycle, because if we try to change A to B, there already exists the username B, so I cannot do that. So I will take a dummy node. And what is that dummy node? Let's say we have some X as the dummy node. So I will try to change my A to X. Now you can see the username A is already occupied by person, is freed now, because I have already changed my username A to some random node X. Now I can easily convert C to A. Now C becomes empty. I will convert B to C. Now A, what is the person that initially holds the username at A, is assigned the username X, and now I will transfer this person back to this B. Okay, so what is the sequence of operations required? Converting A to X, one operation; converting C to A, another one operation; converting B to C, another one operation; converting back X to B, another one operation. In overall, you can easily understand there is a sequence of pattern. That is, if whenever you find a cycle, you will find the total number of connected components of present in this cycle. That is total number of nodes present in this cycle. It is coming out to be 3, and you should increment your answer by 1, because we are going to take a dummy node for the transformation. And what about the case like we doesn't have any cycle, like A to B, B to C? In this case, I will just ask my second person B to convert his to C, that is his username to C. Now B is freed. Now I will try to convert A to B, and this is my sequence of operation will come out to be 2, because here my pair should be like A to B and B to C. I will ask my second person to go to C, and this B becomes empty, and then I will ask A to go to B, and my sequence of operation will come out to be 2. Overall, whenever you find a cycle, you will just increment your answer by 1, and rather than like I'm talking by, that is increment your answer by 1, because here this is the value of connected component, that is A, B and C. Okay, so here is the entire code. You can easily check the size of the elements present in the cycle with the help of disjoint set union. Okay, also you can easily see if I want my username to be converted from A to B, I should increment my answer by 1 for one operation, and B to A again by one operation, C to D again by one operation, D to D, E again by one operation. But this is forming a cycle, so you need to increment your answer by 1 in this case. So whenever you found a cycle, just increment your answer by 1, and you can easily check with the help of disjoint set union. Okay, and there is also corner case that you should have to take care for that. Like if some person wants his or her username from A back to again A, you are not going to consider this. So this should be avoided. Okay, so let us talk about the code now. Now you can see there is a string representation. You need to just map each string and assign each string as a distinct value. Distinct value of what? Any value starting from 0 to this. What is the worst case of getting the total number of strings? M. So I will assign the twice of M. So worst case of assigning every string, giving every string as a unique index would be like twice of M. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do over here. So this is going to store for the disjoint set union VII of parent, that is vector pair. First element of this pair is, that is first element of this pair is going to denote the parent of this particular node, and second element is going to denote the rank of the or rank of the connected component. If you're not aware of this concept, you can go and search for disjoint set union at the CP algorithms and go and study for that. Okay, so I will take a index variable which is going to store, assign every string as a unique index, and there is an answer also, and there is a mapping of string to its unique index, and I will take a vector pair string to store our answers also. Okay, so this is not going to be required, I think. I can erase that. Okay, so I will try to iterate for n times and take the string as input and find the unique index, or you can find the unique representation in the form of numeric value for this string. So I can easily do by checking the this that is this s1 exists in index mapping of string index to its numerical value or not. If it already exists, it means that we have already given the unique value to that particular string. So I will just move further. So this is for checking. Otherwise, assign the index, unique index, and increments your IND variable. And you need to take care for that. If s1 is exactly equal to s2, just continue. That it is already converted. Otherwise, increment your answer by 1. That is, it is required to convert my current username to another username. And whenever you find a cycle, you need to increment your answer by 1 also. And this union set is going to do the exactly same. If you are not aware about that, again I am saying go and read the disjoint set union article. This is for union set and this is for find set. Okay, so let me just to submit this code and check it out if this is working fine or not. Yes, it is working fine. So if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section of the video. And I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.